Dooba 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 doo doo doo. Bada 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 doo doo. Oh yeah, baby. My darling, I enough for your love, babe.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Horror McFrickin' Humpdays here at the b.hive's remote studios. Um, Actually, this weekend I'm going to be working on moving the studios back home. Um, and yeah, it's going to be a whole new setup. And I'm hoping that it all checks out. Hey, how's it going, Beth? And welcome, my dear. Good to see ya. So I am uh kind of feeling a little under the weather. I don't know if it's a cold or if it's the flu wanting to grab me or what the heck is happening. Um so please forgive me if my please forgive me if my hey, what's going on, Jessica? Hey, Bobby. Hey, Kevin. Yeah, please forgive me if I have to cough a lot tonight or blow my nose. So it's been kind of crazy. I had the day off yesterday, and I went to a funeral of my pastor who was there for me when I was growing up, and he had passed away. It was pretty. It it hit me pretty hard. Um, and I was in my hometown that I grew up in, and so I decided I was gonna go walk around some of the old stomping grounds that I used to go get in trouble with. So, but yeah, blow blow your nose with that low voice thing. Yeah. Brrr. Oh no, you got stung by a hornet yesterday. Oh, that's. I hope you're not allergic. I've never had problems with hornets. They yellow jackets actually really like me for some odd reason. I don't know why that is, but so anyway, yeah. So I've been wrestling with this cold. I stopped out and visited a friend of mine and hung out with his kids and his wife and stuff, and got caught up on some of the daily or the classroom gossip, see where everybody is and stuff, which is kind of fun. Um, but yeah, I had a good time yesterday, but I was ready to come home. I came home and I went right to bed. Um, so today I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. I think I was a little feverish. Uh, I Yeah, I was doing the whole chills thing. So anyhow, I hope I'm over this soon because I want to get to playing music again and yeah, do all that stuff. But welcome tonight, everybody. I'm sorry that you got hurt, Jessica. Um, we are reading my book Pavor Nocturnus. We're on chapter 10, which is the last chapter. And actually, I believe the last night of our readings is going to be in two. Well, I think we got two more readings, and then I think we're done. So I read ahead, and I'm like, yeah, I could probably finish this book up here in two more nights after tonight. So, thank you, Jessica. Yeah, I'm gonna need to. I don't know. I'm gonna need to stop and get some stuff. My mom, when she was alive, of course, would do 7 Up and orange juice. Oh my god. Then that was like the cure all. That, and she would also make hot lemon tea with honey, and that always made me feel better as well. So I don't know. I might need to stop and get me some stuff to make me feel better. At least unplug my head. At least So, all right. That being said, um, yeah. So, I think what we're gonna do after we finish this book is we're going to uh, well, I'm going to read uh the Ballad of Broken Bird, which is a book I've been working on for fucking ever. I think I've been working on it for about 3 years, something like that, 3, 4 years, and I'm still working on it. I keep saying I'm going to finish it this year, and it never happens. And I know talked last week about about how I kind of lost the writing bug, and it's funny because I went home and I started writing. I can't remember where everybody was, but everybody was gone. And so I said, well, I'm just going to tap out a few sentences here and there. And I finished one of the stories I'm writing for the next horror book. So it was one that has a character not unlike Kevin in it. And yeah, so that story is done. And so that makes I got I think 3 stories now. The dollhouse I did for Halloween last year, and the Anti-Claus one, the origin of the Anti-Claus, and then tick, tick, tick. Oh wait, no, I don't have that one. I used that one in the last book. Oh, okay. Anyhow, okay, so I got two. I got 2 stories for the next book, and plus, I imagine if I start reading the Ballad of Broken Bird, I imagine I'm gonna probably get excited to start writing on that again. So my mom couldn't remember our band name, and she called us Hair Lip and Bird Brain. That is funny. He must he must be a really nice guy. The character is actually the character's name is Ken Walzer, which is pretty close to somebody we know, and he's a cop. So, but anyway, yeah, it's, Hair Lip and Bird Brain. That's awesome. I kind of like I don't we got to do something with that. So anyways, speaking of Hair Lip and Bird Brain, we're going to be playing Private Party in a couple weeks, I guess. So keep that in mind, Bobby. Excuse me. So yeah, so we'll be playing that. We got a couple hours we're playing there. We're opening up for the Country Grubers. So I've kind of done that before, and it was kind of funny because I pretty much played there for like 3 different people that were down there listening to me, and I played for a good 3 hours, and then the Country Groovers came and set up, and then everybody came and watched them play, and I'm like, you know what, fuck this, and I just grabbed my check and went home, and that was that. So yeah, so there's that. We got that going on, and then I don't know, this rooftop concert thing. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. So yeah, that's what we got going on at the Beehive. And again, I was talking about moving the studios back home, and I'm thinking about setting up in the garage. So I kind of like the atmosphere in there. Steph kind of had it set up for her to do her crafts and stuff in there, and I was kind of sitting in there, and and then she said she wanted to make a space for Bobby and I to jam, and I said, oh well, shit, we could probably do the yeah, no, I can't wait either, buddy. Um, so I thought that was pretty nice of her, and so I think I'm gonna this weekend I'm gonna work on getting that set up for us to do that. Do the podcast like this tonight and do tunes on Tuesdays or whatever we decide to do. And yeah, and this thing here. that we do. So looks like we're only missing Chuck this time, and then we'll usually have a few stragglers come in. Um, I've actually been getting a lot of hits on YouTube for this book actually, mostly, and that's pretty cool. TikTok and Instagram, Tunes for Tuesday is probably my most popular views. And on Facebook here, get a lot of views as well, usually after we do the live thing. So I wish there was a way that I could publish the video stream with your guys' comments on them when I put it on YouTube, because I do watch the streams on YouTube usually the day after. I usually listen to them while I'm working, and it's like I'm talking to myself, which of course is a podcast most of the time, but I'm reacting to your guys' comments, and without me repeating what you said and saying who you are, people are thinking I'm insane, and maybe I am, and maybe you guys are all just my imaginary friends, and I'm all alone in a basement somewhere talking to spiders. I don't know. Uh, that would be interesting. Maybe that's a book. Who knows? But yeah. So here we are. Got some changes coming up, which is I'm excited for. Um, it's been a good 3 weeks since Bobby and I have played any music together. That's long overdue, and yeah, if I can get to feeling better, hopefully we'll be getting together to jam very soon. So we've both been pretty busy. So yeah, fucking life always happening all the time kind of pisses me off. So, anyways, without saying much more, looking back on last week's show, we were hanging out with Felix in his apocalyptic world, and we rescued him. And now we are coming up to a very good friend of Joe's, which kind of takes him back a bit because I don't think he was expecting this for the next person he rescues to be a close friend. So, without further ado, let's jump into that one. And I hope you're all ready for this, Kevin. Snuggle up to snuggle up to Kate if she's not sleeping, and let's jump in. Boom! Here I am. All right. Let's see. Let's pull the book up. Do 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 do. And we got the new sound effect thingies. Pavor Nocturnus, Chapter 10. Joe takes a dirt nap, Part 7.
How easily that rat bastard took away my food. I'm getting weaker. I didn't even have the strength to hold on to this last one. With the next one being easier for the savior, losing the other one, the one that believed in werewolves. That was hard, but I was satisfied with the child's suicide. I fed on the interloper's grief. It was keeping me alive. But the others? Would he be able to convince him so easily? Would this just get easier for him to take and take and take? Perhaps not. This next one was lost in a hallucination. The dreamer was riddled with guilt. Oh, I delight in the man's infinite loop. Each illusion, salting the heavy burdens he carried around. The Savior will fail, and with that, the house of Pavor Nocturnus will have him as a meal. Restore my power with his. How delicious would that be?
When Felix left, the scene around him exploded in dark ash. This is getting easier, Grandma. Don't get cocky, Joseph, Grandma replied. This thing, this house, it is a trickster. I feel it may be lurking or luring you into something more dangerous. Keep your wits about you. Humbled, Joe begins to walk through the darkness of the house. Soon, a hallway appears, and it looks like an apartment building, one that seems all too familiar. None of the doors have readable numbers on them. They're jumbled characters until it comes to apartment number 10. I think I know who this is, Joe whispers. Use caution, grandson, Grandma warns. The house of Pavor Nocturnus will use anything against you. It grows desperate now. I can feel it. Joe knocks on the door. Dean? He says to no answer. Dean, open up! It's Joe! I don't think the dreamer is here. Joe opens the door and peeks his head in. The apartment is dimly lit. A table sits near the window on the far side. On it sits a plastic baggie with what looks like a purple mushroom. There's a small round glass ashtray with a Marlboro light smoldering in it. An oil painting, not a print but an original, is propped up against the wall. The painting shows golden sand dunes surrounding an oasis. There's a lion and a girl almost hidden in the tiny jungle. The night sky is filled with stars, and some of those stars look like sea turtles. Dean? Joe repeats. Are you up? Stacy! Suddenly, there's a distant sound, like static from a television left on at high volume. Then sparks emitting rainbow-colored light begin exploding in the air in front of Joe. The fuck is this? Joe said. Such language, Joseph, Grandma snaps. If your mother was still alive. But she isn't. There's a shape that begins forming in the middle of the colorful electricity, like that of a man kneeling in defeat. No! The shape is screaming. Then a loud pop snaps in the air, hurting Joe's ears, and the colors are gone, and his friend Dean Lohner lay in the middle of the floor in designer underwear. He's covered in lacerations, blood, and sweat. Dean? What the fuck, man? Joe hunches down to help his friend up. Joe? Dean answers, dazed. Come on, buddy. You gotta get up, and I need to get you out of here. I, I can't leave. I can't. This is a nightmare, bro. None of this is real. Dean begins to laugh. It starts out as a small chuckle and then gradually makes its way to maniacal. Joe slaps him hard across the face. Joe realizes the deadness in his eyes. Who are you to say what is reality, man? Dean says with an emotionless smile on his face. Who? Look, I don't know what you're on, buddy, but we gotta go. Go? Oh, man, we do. We do need to go. I need to show you. What are you talking about? Dean walks over to the table and grabs the purple mushroom and comes back. Eat this, Dean says. Nah, bro. Joe turns his head. Come on, let's wake up. We can talk about it on the other side, okay? Why won't any of you motherfuckers help me? Easy now. Joe noticed that Dean was becoming increasingly irritated. You're supposed to be my friend, Joe. I am. You're supposed to be my brother. I am. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to wake you out of this fucking nightmare. Whatever is here is feeding on you. Dude, I brought Stacy over there and she gets killed every time. Every motherfucking time. No matter what I do, she fucking gets attacked by that fucking lion. Jesus fuck, why won't you help me? Dean, listen to me. Take a deep breath and listen. Joe holds Dean's head in his hands so that they're looking into each other's eyes. Dean's are bloodshot, and his pupils almost take up the entire residency of his eyeballs. You and Stacy, Joe says, slowly and calmly. You guys broke up. You broke up like almost a year ago. You didn't break up in the greatest way, but you broke it off. She went her way, and you went yours. Okay? Joe realized the Dean may have been staring at him, but he was somewhere else. The madness was on a loop in his head, and he didn't want to come back. Hang on, I gotta blow my nose, man. My Kleenex. I need my Kleenex. Okay. I'll have to edit that out. She's already in bed. I've got the big German shepherds. They will protect me and offer comfort. At least you got that, Kev. Joe opens his mouth. Dean breaks the mushroom. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. I went ahead. Just, Dean finally spoke up, holding the mushroom to Joe's mouth. Just try it. You'll see. Don't do it, grandson. Grandma spoke up. Something is not right about this. Maybe this is the only way I can help him, Joe whispers to his grandma. Take it, Joe, Dean repeats, and see. Joe opens his mouth. Dean breaks the mushroom in two and inserts one half into Joe's mouth and the other in his own. They both chew the spongy substance, and Dean guides him to the table. Now look at the painting, Dean says. Think about your intention. Where are we going? What are we going there for? I'm trying to save your ass, Joe mutters. Joe feels an ice pick puncture his forehead from somewhere inside his brain. A bright light consumes his eyes. Find it, Dean chants. Follow it. What's happening? The light explodes and a rainbow envelops both of them. He feels himself being pulled through a solid wall of air. It's not painful, but his flesh resists it.
Tiny man brain brought his friend.
A voice says,
Misery
He loves company, as they say.
they're floating in a sea made up of stars. Unknown constellations ripple with movement of their arms and legs. Within these stars are what looks like the biggest sea turtles Joe had ever seen in his life, swimming next to them.
Welcome, tiny man brain and friend.
One of the turtles say.
Welcome to the grand illusion.
Dean, Joe says with his mouth agape. Seriously, man, what the fuck is going on here? Smart-ass fucking turtles, Dean says. They think they know everything.
Everything?
One of the turtles says.
Goodness, not everything. We only observe. One cannot fathom everything in the universe.
Come on, Joe. Fuck these guys.
fuck us.
Us. Well, cuckoo-cuckoo. Tiny man brain wants to fornicate with us.
Joe follows Dean, who is swimming away from the turtles.
Vicho, your intentions are honorable, but you cannot rescue this one, I'm afraid. This one has gone mad.
Joe catches up to Dean, and they can see land ahead. They swim hard to make it to the beach. The sand is canary yellow, and Joe immediately feels a cold chill run up his spine, thinking about starfish. Why did those turtles call you Zawicha? Dean asks, standing up. It's Polish for savior, Joe says. This all makes sense then. How so? You here to help me. Save Stacy. Seriously, man, you need to wake up. Come on, we have to hurry. I'm not sure if the lion got Stacy yet. They climb a large sand dune. The sand is too yellow. Joe thinks as they trudge up to what looks like a giant oasis. A thick jungle of palm trees sits off to one side of what looks like a walkway going around a small pond. She's up there. Dean points towards the outskirts of the palm trees. Dean? Stacy says from up the path. Hurry up, silly. Stacy! Dean shouts. Please, honey, come back over here. You wanted this trip, Dean. Come on. Please, stop. Joe is here. Joe hears a low growl echo from the depth of the jungle, like a gurgling sound with a feline purr. Oh, God, Dean says and begins to sprint toward Stacy. We're too late! Dean! Both Stacy and Joe shout. A gigantic lion, bigger than it has any business being, leaps out of the jungle and swats a large paw at Stacy, and she goes flying in a heap at Dean's feet. Its eyes are burning red, and its fangs glisten with hungry drool. Dean! Joe shouts. Get the fuck out of there! But Dean is face to face with the lion. It lashes out and cuts him, and throws him. They wrestle, and the lion beats him around like a rag doll to the edge of the pond. Joe picks up one of the paver stones and comes from behind and bashes it in the skull. The lion roars and then falls on top of Dean. Come on, man. Get up. Joe offers his hand. He pulls his friend from underneath the dead cat. Dean is crying, but the same dead smile is on his lips. We have to do this again, Dean proclaims. What? Joe gasps. We were too late. But if we try this again, maybe we can... Yeah, maybe we can get there quicker. And we can ambush that fucking lion. Dean, you must wake up. None of this is real. This is all just some weird-ass funky shit your brain came up with. Now come on. Wake the fuck up. Fuck you, Joe. Dean grabs Joe, catching him off guard, and holds him, teetering above the pond. Below, a ridiculously large crocodile slithers through the water, awaiting its prize. Equally large piranha are schooling and snapping at the surface. What are you doing, Dean? Joe asks. Fuck you. We'll keep doing this until we save her. You said you're a savior. Then save her. I'm here to save you, Dean. You can't save me, Joe. I'm already dead. With that, Dean lets him go, and he falls backwards into the open jaws of the predators in the pond. Joe closes his eyes and awaits the inevitable, but it never comes. His body jerks, and he's awake in Dean's apartment. Oh, fuck this, Joe spits. Fuck this shit. Hey, Chuck. He walks over to the apartment door, and it doesn't open. It seems to be locked.
What's the matter, Joseph?
It wasn't his grandmother's voice this time. It was a cold voice that seemed to raise chills into his bones. There seemed to be many voices, all mixed into one.
Weren't you able to help your friend out? Such a pity. You can't force them, you know. He's here of his own free will.
And who the fuck are you? Joe says.
I am your worst nightmare. I am the nightmare of your nightmares. I am the boogeyman in your closet, the face in your window. Okay. I am your worst nightmare. I am the nightmare of your nightmares. I am the boogeyman in your closet, the face in your window. I am the noise in the basement. I am everything you fear, and I feed on it. I am the house of Pavor Nocturnus. I am the house of night terrors.
Wow. Did you rehearse that? Joe says, clapping slowly.
The child who impaled herself, the little wolf girl. You still feel the sting of guilt for failing her, don't you?
That was you that did that. You forced her hand. It was the only way she knew how to escape you.
And you call yourself a savior.
Fuck you.
I could taste the tears you struggled to hold on to.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, fuck you.
That anger, that sadness, that fear. So delicious.
Joe began to feel himself get weak, as if the energy from him was being drained.
Not so tough anymore, are you, savior? Maybe you should sleep.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Oh,
Oh, I would love that. Just sleep, Joseph. Forget about saving anyone. You couldn't even save the wolf girl. You definitely can't save your friend.
I won't sleep.
Your stubbornness is arousing. Shut your eyes and sleep.
Joe's eyelids were getting heavier. The energy he used to keep himself upright was being sapped from him, and his knees began to buckle.
That's it. Give in. No sense fighting for those that don't want your help. Just sleep.
No, was all I could muster.
The fight is going out of you now. You might as well give in.
That same static began, like crushing gravel through an old telephone line. Flashes of light shadowed with prisms, and then a loud popping sound. Dean! Joe shouted.
Walk away from him, Joseph. He's mine. He doesn't want your help.
I don't walk away from friends. Dean laid there for a moment. Joe walks over to him, and he is cold to the touch. He wonders if people have pulses in the land of Nod. Turns out, no one does. And at first he's saddened that his friend may be dead. Joe? Dean says groggily. Hey, buddy. Joe sighs with some relief. You okay? I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to drop you into the pond. No worries. This is all a dream, buddy. None of this is real. I'm not dead, and neither are you. Dean laughs and then coughs uncontrollably. I am dead, he says after coughing. It doesn't matter if I wake up or stay asleep. Don't you understand? No, I don't. The mushrooms. Those fucking mushrooms. They took me in deep. I don't know if I can get out of this. I'm stuck in this loop. That loop will stop if you just wake up. No, it's in my head. It's part of me now. I see that, and I accept that. Don't fucking accept it, bro. This isn't your life. You're processing something that happened a long time ago. Let it go and come back home. Thanks for trying, man. But this is my purgatory.
You see, Joseph, he has given himself completely to me. There's nothing you can do to save him. And now, you are mine as well.
I don't buy that, Joe shouts. Dean curls into a ball, and he begins to fade in and out. God damn it, Dean, Joe says, trying to grab his friend. Stay with me! That static begins to crackle, and Dean's body is no longer solid. His body breaks down into particles of dust and slowly begins to drift away.
He's mine, Joseph. Every delectable iota of his being belongs to me.
Motherfucker! Joe attempts to hold on to his friend, and his shape crumbles into a pile of lifeless dust on the floor.
Looks as if you failed your friend. How that must just hurt.
Show yourself, asshole! You fucking coward! Come and face me head on!
You ape. Think brute force can do anything to me? You're stuck. Here, inside this nightmare of nightmares. You are food.
I ain't nobody's food.
Is this how you grieve, Joseph? Anger, rage. It's beautiful, isn't it? All that energy poured into such wanton devastation.
Joe began to feel guilt, rage, and anger. It made his fists ache.
Yes, let it go, Joseph. Feel it. Let it out. Your friend Dean was so fulfilling. But you... Oh my, yes. You are a banquet.
In that one rageful moment, the thoughts of Linda killing herself and losing Dean peaked, and at the same moment the house began to feed. He felt all those feelings being pulled from him, and he no longer had the strength to stand. Stop this! He said as his breath was leaving his lungs.
My, you have so much unreleased energy. You will feed me for eons.
The house began to rumble as its foundation was beginning to solidify again. Broken boards began to heal themselves. Joe realized he was losing. He crawled towards the apartment door. He felt like he was in a vacuum. When his hand touched the doorknob, he felt another presence was in the room with him.
Leaving so soon? Have you forgotten the face of your father?
Where the fuck do you think you're going, asshole? It was the voice of his stepfather. Joe turned to look at him. Hate immediately filled him up. You, Joe spat. Look at ya, fucking lazy ass, good for nothing stoner. Get the fuck away from me. His stepfather took off his belt and coiled one end around his fist. He began cracking it like a whip and struck him on his back. Get the fuck up, his stepfather yelled. Get the fuck up or I'll give you some of this to your mother. Joe stood up and grabbed the end of the leather belt in his own fist and used his free hand to lay a fist into his stepdad's cheek, tumbling him onto the floor. He tried to get up, but his fist was caught on the other end of the belt. Joe held on to his end and began drilling his stepfather multiple times in the face. Eat shit, you fucking prick, Joe said. You won't touch me or my mother again.
That's it. Let it all out. Kill him. Oh my. This is so tasty.
Joe stopped. He stared down at what used to be his stepfather. His face was a mutilated pulp of skull, muscle, and bloody teeth, his tongue flapping around a gooey puddle of gore.
Why? Why are you stopping? Give it to him again.
That's not my stepfather, Joe said calmly. He's phony. Like you and this whole house of shit.
The hate never goes away, Joseph. The grief and the hurt stays with you. Dean knew it. They all knew it. Open your eyes and give in to it.
No. Joe loosened his grip on the belt and backed away towards the door. The shape of his stepdad turned into a pile of black, bubbling tar.
So, you're just gonna walk away from your friends?
There was nothing else I could do, Joe says sadly. You beat him down. This one is on you.
Doesn't that infuriate you? That I've taken your friend from you? That I devoured him right in front of you?
It does. But I can't do anything about it right now. But I'll get you. I'm gonna save the rest of the dreamers here. And you'll be weak.
Don't walk away from me, Joseph.
This dream is over. You finished it. I'll see you in the next.
Come back here. Don't you walk out that!
Joe closes the door calmly behind him. Somewhere in downtown Minneapolis, the light of dawn shines through a tattered blind. In the window of apartment 10, dust dances lazily in the sunbeam of a new day. There on a queen-size mattress, a body lies cold with sweat-stained sheets coiled about his limbs, as if he were struggling in a dream. Or perhaps it was a nightmare, so horrible his heart couldn't take it, and it beat one last time. His sky-blue eyes forever opened, staring at something. The evidence of a teardrop dried on his cheek. Lohner! Came a loud knock on the door. Lohner! Me, Subby! Silence. Sebastian, his friend, and supplier of all things mind-altering, opens the apartment door, making the dust move violently through the now waning sunbeam. The stench of stale cigarettes, sweat, and something like rotted vegetable matter assaults his nose. Dean? He repeats, and walks over towards the mattress on the floor. Oh, shit. Dean. And that, my friends, is the end of part 7 of chapter 10. What do you guys think of that? Oh, I wanted to show you guys my my new shirt that I got. It's it's a big bloody mess. It's all bloodstained. and it says, "I'm fine. Everything's fine." So, anyways, yeah, I bought that with my gift card I got from work. So anyhow, Chuck chimed in. When are the tunes coming back? Good question, Chuck. Probably when I'm feeling better. And we got to get the new studios set up. I'm moving them back home, but we're gonna set something up. So, hey, I'm glad you guys liked this story. Even though it was interrupted by my stuffed nose and my coughing and my blowing my nose and all that other crap. So yeah, you're welcome there. Uh, what was it? Hair, hair brain or something like that. Your bird brain. No, I'm bird brain, and you're hair lip or something like that. We got to write this shit down. Anyway. So anyway, yeah. So join me next week. I might next week might be a little late, but probably not by much. I am retaking my test next week, so wish me luck. I'm gonna be taking it on a Wednesday at 6. So however long it takes me to take that, and then I'll just jump on to doing this after the test. So Ollie liked it, huh? Well, that's good. At least one of them liked it. So, yeah. So next week, we might have something musical to provide you. It depends. Um, these little cold things usually hang on to me pretty for a while. So hopefully not. But yeah. Thank you, Beth. Thank you very much. Uh, I feel I hate to say this because then I usually jinx myself, but I do feel very confident about it this time around. I've studied both versions of the tests that they give out. And I've taken both practice tests. When they have the same exact questions on them that the real test has on it, and I got a 93 on one and a 95% on the other. So I feel pretty confident. I'm going to do some more practicing, of course, between now and next Wednesday, so that it stays fresh in my head. So thank you guys. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks, Jessica. I appreciate that. So I am going to let you guys go because I need to go to the store and pick up some tea and some honey and some lemon juice. And yeah, so to help fight this stuff before it gets any worse. So thanks, Bobby. Thanks. I appreciate that. You know, rooting means a totally different thing in New Zealand. But I I understand my American friend. So yeah, I'll tell you about it sometime. Anyhow, thank you all very much. We'll see you again next week. Hopefully we'll be in the new studio next week and doing this. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping to get it all set up this weekend, and then boom, we'll be there. So yeah, Bobby. Anyway, thank you all very much. Peace and a bottle of hair grease. Mwah. Good thing these kisses are online. I don't want to get any of you sick. So peace and a bottle of hair grease. Love you all. See y'all next week as we jump into part 8 of chapter 10 from Pavor Nocturnus.
Moo. Oh yeah, my darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe. Oh, sorry, Kevin. Oh wait, no, we got Hang on. This is for Kevin and Bobby. There you go. There's your clap. Alright, everybody's happy now. Alright, see you guys later. Love ya. Over and out.